And what's the focus for these teams so early on in the campaign?
You know, I think really at this point it's about seeing what you've got, finding out what you have, building chemistry. I think this is where you kind of start to discover the strengths and weaknesses of your team.
So with Williams on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Here's Chandler. Drops one in from the wing. Chandler's got the game going here with the first basket for the Wildcats.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Buries it from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Jelinek, and he's covered by Dawkins. Pass to Hansen. Now here's Sanders. Just 5 on the clock. Nice move. Hansen the pass to the great. Got a piece of it. Johnson down low. Stokes there. Here's Dawkins. That's in there. Johnson with the assist.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
The Wildcats have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's the screen. To the wing on the left. To Sanders. To the middle. Pass to Hansen. Shoots the 3. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
Johnson in the corner. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. The shot by Dawkins is no good. And here's Chandler who brings it up for the Wildcats. Pass to Stokes. Here's Jelinek, and he's covered by Dawkins. Here's Hansen. Here is Sanders. There's the 3. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So for the Wildcats, Price comes in for Hansen, and Lewis subbed in for Sanders. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Pass to Cowboy. Three-pointer. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Defensive mix-up for sure right there. Somehow he was left open.
Now Price. For the three. And Dawkins pulls it down. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Puts up a deep three. They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Tremendous hustle, working hard for that bucket.
Lewis with it. Chandler outside. Launches a three, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Hoyas lead by 3, and we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take on the Hoyas so far?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
So with Thomas sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Rogers. Cowboy is out there with Williams, and it's Ross in at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Collins. That's in, and the Hoyas' lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Lewis.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here is Rogers. And GA, you know, some people argue that defense has declined in recent years. Would you agree?
I think mostly it's just harder to defend in today's game. You have to cover so much more ground, and with the lack of physicality, it just makes it more challenging.
No good that time. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Pass to Price. The tray is hauled in by the Hoyas. Lets it go from deep. And it's Price with the rebound. And so Price will bring it up for the Wildcats. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. They get a hand on it. Ware passes to Price. To the left side wing. Collins wide open. He fires. Sinks the triple. Collins has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Stokes is checked in for Z. Chandler comes in for Collins. And Sanders subbed in for Lewis. quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Chang, he's guarded by Chandler. Chang, it's blocked, and they're able to recover. And the shot is good from Johnson. A minute 50 left here in the second. The Wildcats have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And here's Sanders from outside the arc. Rebound by Williams.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
We've got 1:18 left to play here in the second quarter. Chang, there's the killer two-handed slam.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Price outside. Pulls up from the corner. That's good on the jump shot. Price has got it all tied up now for the Wildcats.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here's Williams. All scoring in this one. It's up a 3. Offensive rebound. Chang. It's good from long range. And the Hoyas lead by 3.
That's a guy you need to defend, especially from range.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Sanders. 11 seconds left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Price. Misses the fallback J.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Warriors ahead, up by 3. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
We often talk about efficiency on offense. They were the winners in that department, guys.
I like how efficient you were with that analysis, Chet. Well done.
Yeah, instead of rambling on like usual.
All right, fellas. Let's now take a look at what's to come on the upcoming schedule.
Well, I think for the home team, I've hung with these guys in the offseason. They're better than people think, but they still got to prove it.
Yeah, high hopes for them and for their fans as well. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. They've got Hansen. Sanders is out there with Chandler. And there's the great. And it's Stokes in at the 4-man position. Chang drops in the tray. 8 points for him.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That three-point shot is his bread and butter.
So with Williams on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. That's in. The Hoyas lead is cut down to 3 points on the bucket from Sanders.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Sanders covering. Hoyas moving the ball around. And a minute played as the second half gets going. And he's good on the 3 ball. And the Hoyas lead by 6.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And the Wildcats call time here. We've got a moment now to check out how the points have been divided between the starters and the bench for the Hoyas. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Out to the right wing, beyond the arc. He is hauled in by the Hoyas. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so here are the Wildcats. Pass to Chandler. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
84%. That's what he was able to convert on a season ago from the line.
Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
First one falls for him. Good on both.
Well, you have no concerns when he's at the free throw line. Very consistent.
Chang. And the 3 ball is good. He's got 14.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
It's Chandler high post. And a wide open look for Sanders. And it's good off the back rim and in. Sanders has got 8 points.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Sinks the three-pointer. And the Hoyas lead by 8.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Now here's Sanders. 8 points for him. 1:15 left here in the third quarter. Yes, that goes in.
After a quiet first half, he's really turned it on.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Wildcats making a switch here. Price is checked in. Williams, he's checked in for the Hoyas. Hoyas leading by 6. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Jelinek. The Wildcats have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Price outside. They set the screen. Drills the three-pointer. Now just a 3-point Hoyas lead.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Williams a screen. Fires the 3. That one does not go. It puts him at 5 for 9 from the field. Pass to Chandler. Now Price. 1 second left, and he lays it up and in. Price has got 7.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Hoyas lead by 1. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
Keep everything sharp. Keep the cuts hard. Cutting through contact. Passes sharp. And the ball's going to fall for us. We can't give up the easy ones down here, right?
I can tell that he wants his team to be precise with their decision-making.
Kevin, he's aware of just how special they are when they play smart and play together.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Sanders, also Collins out there, Z out there with Price, and it's Stokes in the power forward position. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Hoyas. Pass to Cowboy. Off target from outside. Has been beyond great up until now. How about it? 57% from the field overall. Sanders passes to Price. Misses the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
There's the lob to the hoop. Price with the steal. Now here's Sanders. Not a lot of room. Pass to Stokes. Fires the 3, and down goes the 3.
Well, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. The greats checked in for Zeke, Hansen comes in for Price, and it's Chandler in for Collins. And the Hoyas making a change here. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. Coach telling the team, we're right in this. We have to keep fighting. If we can get consecutive stops, we've got a shot. We'll see if they can come back, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you. He'll put it up there. No problem with the wide open J.
They want the ball in his hands when the situation calls for it.
The Wildcats have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Jelinek, and he's covered by Dawkins. Johnson rips down the board.
The defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Basket is good.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Stokes. He's guarded by Johnson. From 14. Can't get it to go. It's been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition three there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
1:32 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Stokes. From outside, that one is off.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Yep, that goes down.
You know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
The finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
And the Wildcats call time here. Minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Hoyas leading by 6.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Being pretty good tonight at 48%. There's a screen. Oh, a fantastic finish off the alley-oop.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
And an intentional foul right there.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for the Warriors. Chang. 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's off as well, so he misses both. There's the steal.
Yes, sir.
That was incredible.
Oh, man.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
3, good. And that's an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
And the Wildcats call time here. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
Let's lose a 3. Down it goes for 3.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than good offense.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Two shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. And the Wildcats call time here. They're down by 6. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Takes the three. Can't get it. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Young. Second personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for the Hoyas. Number 9, taking 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Young. Third personal foul. Team is in the penalty. Shooting for the Hoyas. Dawkins at the line for 2.
Shot.
First free throw is good, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
So the Hoyas win it. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that about wraps it up. And so now for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in as we present our player of the game.